Have you ever tried visiting a website, only to find it down for no apparent reason? Chances are, it might have been a victim of a DOS or DDoS attack. But what exactly are these attacks, and how do they work? Stick around, because in this video, we're breaking it all down, simplified, yet detailed. Let's start with the basics. A denial-of-service attack, or DOS for short, is a type of cyber attack where a single machine or attacker overwhelms a server with so much traffic that it can't handle legitimate requests anymore. It's like someone hogging the customer service line so no one else can get through. DOS attacks are relatively simple to execute. For example, an attacker might send an overwhelming number of ping requests, called a ping flood, to a server, exhausting its resources and causing it to crash. While effective, DOS attacks have a major limitation: they come from a single source, making them easier to detect and block. Now, let's level up. A distributed denial-of-service attack, or DDoS, takes this concept much further. Instead of one machine, DDoS attacks involve thousands, or even millions, of machines flooding a target simultaneously. These machines are typically part of a botnet, a network of devices infected with malware and controlled by an attacker. The scale of DDoS attacks makes them far more dangerous and harder to defend against. Imagine thousands of people calling that same customer service line at the same time. It's total chaos. So, what's the difference between DOS and DDoS? Let's break it down. A DOS attack comes from a single source, while a DDoS attack involves multiple machines working together. DOS attacks are easier to detect and stop, but DDoS attacks, because of their scale, are much harder to mitigate. And finally, DOS attacks require less technical skill, whereas DDoS attacks often involve sophisticated botnets and malware. Let's look at some real-world examples. In 2014, Sony Pictures was hit by a DOS attack as part of a broader cyber campaign. But in 2018, GitHub experienced the largest recorded DDoS attack to date, with a staggering 1.35 terabits per second of traffic overwhelming its servers. The attack used a botnet and exploited an insecure server protocol called Memcached. Now, let's talk defense. To protect against these attacks, organizations can use firewalls and intrusion detection systems to filter malicious traffic. Employ rate-limiting techniques to prevent servers from being overwhelmed. And most importantly, use services like Cloudflare or Akamai, which specialize in mitigating DDoS attacks by distributing the traffic across their global networks. So, now you know the difference between DOS and DDoS attacks, how they happen, and how to defend against them. Cybersecurity is a fascinating field, and there's so much more to uncover. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more deep dives into the world of IT and cybersecurity. Drop a comment if you have questions or suggestions for future topics.